Will you all be ready to witness Usher's testimony at Diddy's trial? According to rumors, he is among those who have been subpoenaed to testify about what really happened at Diddy's infamous flavor camp.
I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the...
Oh, when do you recall when Usher gave Diddy a lot of praise on Club Shay Shay? How grateful he was and how much Puff taught him about the music business. The problem is that people who were actually alive at the time realize that the truth is more complex than that. Usher apparently ended up in the hospital after a falling out with Diddy, according to rumors. Wait though, because it gets even more intense. Rumor has it that Kim Porter is the source of a recording that might be played in court and contain all the information on this case. The primary concerns are Kim's knowledge, her observations, and whether she truly if you had these recordings. Why retain them? Was it for protection receipts or insurance in case something went wrong? Kim was there for some of Diddy's most pivotal years. Let's face it, the only one who really understood what happened between Diddy and Usher was her. This experiment is already giving Netflix documentaries life, even if we are only in episode 1. Let's analyze it. Trial insiders claim that as Kim was searching through documents from their time at Uptown Records, they came upon security footage. Because she believed Diddy was cheating, she watched the footage, but what she purportedly saw went much beyond infidelity. She came, so the story goes. I found a video that showed Andre Harrell and Diddy in a risky situation. She went over to Andre, who was astonished and denied everything. She apparently found additional footage, though, that truly affected her. The alleged video of Diddy and Usher having sex wasn't just a rumor either. Kim's unpublished book supposedly contained references to this revelation. According to reports, Usher's mother also got involved. She allegedly went straight to Diddy after finding out what was going on. The silence was deafening, but no one knows why she didn't take public action or pursue the subject further. This is when it becomes even more bizarre. Kim Porter, someone broke into her house. And you know what? No money, jewelry, or safe cracking was stolen. Simply a clean, silent data extraction from her laptop was taken. Do you believe that was a random robbery or a targeted operation? It is suspected that this particular stolen footage is now making its way into the courtroom. Do you recall how, as a young adolescent, Usher was signed to LaFace Records and brought in to mentor him? In fact, Diddy Usher moved to New York to live with him. His mother had faith in Diddy even though she admitted at the time that she didn't know much about him. When Usher's voice changed during adolescence and the label started to back off, Diddy stepped up and vowed to take care of him. Usher, a parent, has declared that he would never allow a child to attend anything akin to Diddy's infamous flavor camp, but he says the things he witnessed while staying with Diddy were shocking, given that it seems that the trial will uncover more than just Cassie, what really happened, what was on those tapes, and whether Kim Porter was aware of the truth all along. Why was her silence bought or stolen? It might be the start of something much darker.
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Usher was also asked about his Puffy Flavor Camp experience when he was interviewed for the cover of Essence magazine. According to him, a lot of things did in fact occur at the Flavor Camp. First, according to the story, he was very comfortable answering questions about other subjects, including how he would continue to pursue film projects, a future record, and other business ventures. "I'm a businessman first and foremost, which is something you should be aware of," he said. "Consider the capabilities. Russell Simmons, Martha Stewart, Sean Puffy Combs, or even 50 Cent with Gannett examine their licensing initiatives. Since this is my opportunity to accomplish the same thing, I'm attempting to come up with an alternative strategy. Clothes and shoes are kind of a given these days." According to reports, Usher seemed rather uneasy when the reporter started asking him about his relationship with Diddy and said, "I want to save some of this for my book one day. This is how I'll phrase it. Sex was common. I assure you, Usher, we fully comprehend it. However, since he has also been cited in a few lawsuits, it wouldn't be shocking if we saw him on the stand." For instance, Usher was mentioned in Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy, where Rod said Diddy talked about performing at the Super Bowl and having a lucrative Vegas residency. Furthermore, Usher was named in Dawn Richards' startling lawsuit against Diddy, in which she asserted that Usher, Najo, and Jimmy Iovine witnessed Diddy allegedly jump on in her complaint. Cassie claims Mr. Combs met with Jimmy Iovine, the producer and then CEO of Interscope Records, on a regular basis in the weeks and months preceding the Bad Boy and Coke deal. In one such case, Combs threw a dinner at a restaurant in West Hollywood, California, expecting Miss Richard and Miss Harper to join Usher and Neo, among other superstars. Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura argued in front of the guests throughout the meal, which was attended by Mr. Iovine as well. Then Mr. Combs gave Miss Ventura a hiss. She trembled with apparent distress as he hit her hard in the stomach in a screeching mutter. Weeping, we heard Gene Deal say that he couldn't understand why Usher was complimenting Diddy, in addition to the lawsuit and Usher's own comments. Miss Clark also escorted Miss Ventura out of the restaurant, while Mr. Combs remained and continued to mingle with the dinner attendees. But many historical figures know exactly what happened to him.
Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know.
Furthermore, have you ever seen how uncomfortable Usher gets around Diddy, especially after he says something extremely suggestive? Consider his reaction. For instance, when Diddy was telling Kevin Hart about their morning routine.
Right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early with me.
Furthermore, Diddy once claimed that Usher was fly and that he was in his kitchen eating cereal.
So mesmerized, I don't even know what you're talking about. I was just so blown away by the stamina, the connection, being able to be connected that long with so much shit. You got like so much, motherfuckers ain't doing all this shit out here. All those dance numbers and all that. Take your time with it, breathe it in. Yeah, they yours when you go see this for you. This ain't for nobody else but you. You take your time, boy. I see you. Fly ass motherfucker doing how the fuck you in the kitchen eating all my cereal? Man, you doing babies in a pink suit. God is the greatest. Won't he do it? Won't he will? Won't he will? Won't he will?
Oh, therefore, Usher being subpoenaed wouldn't be shocking. I'm just wondering whether his personal problems will be brought up by the defense. In the same way that he reportedly spread sexually transmitted diseases to others. Remember how Jane Doe, John Doe, and a woman named Quantasia Sharpton once sued Usher, claiming that they were in a relationship with him and that he had endangered their health by concealing his alleged herpes diagnosis from them. They were asking for hidden compensation. According to the anonymous woman, she had at least 2 sexual encounters with Usher. She also got the STI from him, which is a direct consequence of giving birth while infected, and she gave birth to her twins after that. As was previously mentioned, John Doe stated that after meeting up with Usher at a Koreatown spa in Los Angeles, he inadvertently became infected. In addition, a man once disclosed that Usher had been enjoying himself, saying that Usher was a little too comfortable in a gay pub. Everyone was enjoying champagne in Usher's dressing room after his debut performance when someone proposed that they all go to after that. The source claimed that the group went to a popular gay pub, adding, "We weren't looking for a gay club. We just went to a place we supposedly knew, as most of us were gay." Usher struck up a discussion with an old man at the club, who even described the incident as Usher was talking all up in this guy's face. My eyes were so shocked at first, but then I remembered, this is Chelsea, so anything goes. Then, when asked if Usher had a good time, the source answered, "I'm sure he did. If Usher does take a stand, you'd better be prepared, honey, since cross-examination may be quite brutal." I can tell you that there is growing speculation that, before her untimely death, Kim Porter may have granted access to crucial information, including recordings and possibly even a book, to someone she trusted. Even though Kim's home was oddly broken into and only her laptop was taken, many people believe she was too smart to have everything in one location. Among other aspects of her life, she supposedly began granting her close friends and family access to audio recordings in her unpublished publications. Now, the problem is, what if that information has already been made public, possibly to the prosecution child, and what if someone has been keeping it secret for a long time? Simply keep everything here in case any new trial information becomes available. Additionally, if you think that Usher's tape might be used in court, please let us know in the comments section below.